I always find it like I always find it so interesting whenever a YouTuber, especially a big YouTuber, or just a YouTuber of any size, releases their earnings, like how much they make on YouTube. Because a small fry like me, who makes literally nothing, can only look up at this and say, maybe one day I could pay the bills with this. Maybe one day. But sometimes somebody like Charlie will release their YouTube earnings, and you think, wow. As many of you already know, yesterday Charlie released his YouTube earnings and his Twitch earnings, and he made $35 million from YouTube, which by all means is a lot of money. But I thought, and I can't be the only one that thinks this, there's absolutely no way that I'm the only one and nobody else would have ever thought this, but I would have thought that he would have made a lot more money. Because I see the way Mr. Beast kind of throws around money, and I've watched Mr. Beast since he was in his infancy stage, right? And I've seen like when he was around the same size as Charlie, and how much money he was throwing around. And then I look at $35 million that Charlie's made, and I say, there's no way it's that much. Like that little. I thought it would be like 80 million, 90 million, because Charlie's one of those rare YouTubers that he can literally post anything. Like anything he wants, and it's just gonna get 1 million views, and he posts every single day. Which by all means, posting every single day is a hard task in itself. In fact, he doesn't just post every day, sometimes he posts multiple times in a single day. That blows my mind, because the consistency this guy has is just unmatched by anybody else on YouTube. I can't think of anybody that is more consistent than Charlie. Plus, on top of all this, he also streams on Twitch, and he showed his Twitch earnings too, which were about $4 million on top of the $35 million. So dude's raking in the money. And because of this, he turned off like Twitch subscriptions and YouTube membership, because he doesn't want to like take your money directly anymore. He just wants to take the advertisers' money for the ads on his videos and the ads on Twitch. Now, by all means, Charlie has absolutely worked hard on this platform. If you go back on his YouTube channel, he's been posting for 18 years. Plus, he's been streaming. He's been consistently posting since he was a teenager on YouTube. This is a feat that almost nobody else has ever achieved. But the thing that I find so interesting about Charlie is that through the years, he has stayed so authentic. Like, he is just a guy talking to the camera. He hasn't done any of this special stuff. And as the years have gone on, he's barely upped the quality of his videos. Like, if we look at a lot of other YouTubers like Mr. Beast, I get this feeling, right, that when Mr. Beast was younger in his YouTube career, things felt more authentic. Like, it was just kind of like a couple dudes hanging out, a couple friends hanging out. They were just making videos, giving away money, having a lot of fun, memes being thrown around everywhere. But Mr. Beast has kind of grown to this like empire. And by no means do I mean this in a way that I'm saying his videos are bad. They're absolutely great. I still enjoy them, but he's grown into like a corporate empire now, to where everything's kind of manufactured. Where back in the day, things felt more authentic.
Bro, one day somebody got to put you in a challenge. You keep putting everybody else in a challenge.
Bro, I spent 7 days.
But no, you don't make videos like that anymore.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. You never the one in a challenge.
You know, he has a bunch of money just to throw around. He's just giving a bunch of people money to make sets and do all this. But in doing that and in upping his production quality, I feel like it has removed the authenticity, I guess I'm trying to say, from the Mr. Beast videos. They feel less authentic. I get less excited to see a Mr. Beast video that comes out today than I would have maybe 3-4 years ago. Because to me, it had more of a friendly vibe. It was like, oh, we're just some dudes, we're hanging out, we're doing a lot of dumb stuff. And I think a lot of YouTubers fall into this trap. It's an easy one to fall into, because as you get the YouTube money, you start making millions of dollars on YouTube. It's really easy to just start upping your production quality, start paying for things, outsourcing stuff, and kind of lose sense of what made you famous to begin with, which isn't always a bad thing. Like, Mr. Beast videos are great, and there's probably 1,000 other examples of people on YouTube that this has happened to. But one person that this has not happened to is Charlie. Charlie, right? Charlie, this entire time, through his entire YouTube journey, I guess you could say, his career has pretty much done the same thing. And the fact that he has made this career off being an authentic person, and over the years, like, he never needed a special camera, he didn't need high production, he's just transcended time and space with the way that he's made his videos, because he's broken all the rules that most YouTube gurus would tell you when you're making videos, yet here he is at the top, one of the most subscribed to channels, and I think that's inspiring. I think small channels like me, small channels like anybody, if you're ever thinking about making YouTube videos, like at any point in your life, I think it's inspiring to look at Charlie and say, look, he did it with nothing special. He still uses nothing special. He just talks to the camera. If he can do it using nothing special except just purely his incredible personality, then I think a lot of other YouTubers, me myself included, can get inspired by this to say, hey, I don't need the huge production team that Mr. Beast needs. I don't need all the best gadgets and gear. I don't need to spend $50,000 on a bunch of camera gear, equipment, and everything just to go out and make a simple YouTube video. Because at the end of the day, YouTube was made as a place to broadcast yourself, right? That's their slogan. It used to say that up in the corner, but it no longer says that. And I think that you can just get a lot of inspiration. That if you just believe in yourself, you can persevere through your really bad times when you make bad videos. Like right now, my channel's small. Maybe I'm not the best at speaking to the camera yet, but I think the more I do it, the more comfortable I'm getting myself. So I'm still learning, and if you're a YouTuber, you have a YouTube channel, or you've ever thought, even for a second, maybe I could be a YouTuber, let Charlie be an example of, hey, he did it with nothing, so can I. I think it's so inspiring.